So, I was reminded in the Facebook today of some old photos I guess I posted a year or two ago or whatever it said. And I quickly browsed them, you know. And, as you get older, things change, obviously. And, you kind of reminisce a little bit about, you know, where was that? Or when was that taken? Or maybe like an image pops into your mind of when that was. Of course, the baby pictures from 1890. I don't have any recollection of that, but the slender fella who, you do it, Matthias. Like I said, the guy can open his own door. Got to admire that. Door probably weighs 50, 60 pounds, and he weighs about 17. So, granted, it's on hinges, but impressive no less. The key being independent. Redheads are kind of that way. But, yeah, of course, the baby pictures, the older kid in there with the braces is my brother Dave. He was so excited when he learned that he had a baby brother come into the fold, And, yeah. But, I look at those pictures and I can't help but think, wow, there's one lifetime ago. There's another. And none of it really is relative anymore. It's not pertinent. It's not the here and the now. Obviously my infancy and my youth and upbringing, my brother is still around, of course. He's here in Utah. Phenomenal guy. And, the older woman in the picture with my young daughter was my late mother, Carolyn, who's been gone physically for over 10 years. But in the text of her and I seeing each other and communicating and her playing a role in my life over 30 years, because remember, I left home at 17. So, once that happened, it was just periodical visits as a, soon to be young adult, and a young adult, and a married adult, a family man. But, and the guy that had my daughter on his lap was my father, Roland, who I never like to speak about. It's just something that we don't go address. Bad scene. And he's been gone nearly 15 years. But, my daughter is going to be, the little one in the boat's going to be 30 this year. And the pictures of the pretty blonde is my ex-wife, Sherry. And that's, behind me and as far as the marriage thing goes. So you look at these pictures, images and words, man, Dream Theater. It's just these periods, these moments in your life. And, of course it takes you back, happy, sad, mad and glad, it's just periods, it's phases. And, I kind of wonder what the epitaph will be. Let's say my life is 2/3 over. What's going to be in the last third? I look so goddamn youthful that sometimes I have to look at my driver's license. I'm going to give myself a facial today, by the way. Clean up some of my pores. But that's kind of the reason why I shave. But I look at myself and I look so youthful, Then I look at my driver's license and I'm like, yeah, I really am 114 years old. Drink water, quit the booze, stay out of the sun. Don't do these either. Imagine if I never smoked. I don't look 12. No. But true story. It's just, I started life so early on my own, totally ill prepared for the world, but somehow kind of like the cat falling out of the tree, I landed on all fours, or at least three. And it's been an odyssey. It's been a journey. And I'm glad I stuck around to see it, I mean, you talk to me 20, 25, maybe even 30. I'm not going to see my 50th birthday or something. Early 50s. Hell no. Hell to the no. But here we are, right? I don't know. But I did learn today that the Penn State Nittany Lions college football season has been suspended. There will be no college football as far as Happy Valley is concerned. And other collegiate programs, the Big Ten and others, doesn't look like there's going to be anything. But it does look like the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to play a season. I don't know if it's going to be a full season, but it looks like it starts officially the regular season on September 14th at the New York Giants. So that'll be something to look forward to. You know, I've always had sports and music, my two passions, to fall back on in my life. You know, growing up an athlete and aspiring to be a Major League Baseball player, you know, playing instruments and listening to music and things like that. I mean, those are my happy places, you know, and they always will be. And I have not watched a live sporting event from front to back since around my birthday, first week of February, Super Bowl 54, was it? And the Chiefs beat the Patriots, which was a good thing. But it just, I don't know. It's like I just have seen so much in my life and have gotten so much done, and I feel there's a lot more to do that's noble and has credence and a purpose. But I really feel right now that there's just that holding pattern, kind of like a to be determined, you know, what's going to happen in the next few months, right? Or maybe the next year, you know. It really does have that groundhog feel, you know, of just being kind of stuck in this spot that I don't want to be in, but I don't, for some reason, seem to have any control over it. And of course, in the movie, he just needed to make some changes within himself. Maybe that's what I need to do too. I've done it before. But self-evaluation is something that I think we always should be doing. You know, I don't think we ever, get to a point where, you know, everything's in place and everything's in line and everything's perfect. No. But it's really weird because it's like, oh yeah, I was a family man. Oh yeah, I was once a child. Oh yeah, you know, I once did these things as career choices. You know, oh yeah, when I used to drink. You know, what a long, strange trip it's been. So, I don't know, just perspectives and retrospectives, and I'm just going to keep trying. You know, I still believe that there's another good chapter out there, maybe two. You know, I don't think it's over. I don't want it to be over. Some days I do, but in my heart I don't. And that's one thing I learned when I found my birth family. That's another thing, right? There's that in that chapter of finding those people, and no, they're out of my life. You know, it's just like, whoo. My Uncle Tim, who's been a heavy drinker the majority of his adult life, he'll be 74 next month, and he's still alive. You know, my dad will be 71 at the end of this year, and of course he's still alive. I don't know if he knows that or not, but but Uncle Tim told me, he says, that's one thing about us McGovern men. We have very strong hearts, and they just keep beating. I love you people. I want your hearts to keep beating.